Hello there! I assume I need no introduction, especially around this time of year. I'm working with the Residential Estates to bring you an early Christmas present to you. 10 very handy top tips about investing and letting property that will prove invaluable, even if I do say so ho-ho myself. So let's begin, shall we? Begin with investing in property. One of the main pieces of advice I can give you is to consider specialising in one area of buy-to-let. For example, student housing is currently one of the most lucrative investment opportunities. So make sure that you do your research and target a niche that you feel you will enjoy and be successful in dealing in. Next, and this is probably one of the most well-known and overused sayings in the property industry, but I'm going to say it anyway. Location, location, location. Buying in the right location is vital. Being close to universities and aspirational areas such as city centres is more desirable in the short and in the long term, and transport links should be considered too. Get your location wrong and you will struggle to find tenants. Speaking of location, investment opportunities that are close to you may not be the best. Consider looking further afield. Investigate towns and cities with good commuting links, or in a university town. Using an agent such as Residential Estates can help quickly locate property near those elements. By doing this, being local to the property is not so necessary, and you can utilise the investment consultant's skills and expertise to your advantage. Now, I'm all for leading with your heart. However, sadly, with property investment, you must be governed with your head. Be objective. As an investor, you should be making a business decision and should be looking for a property that's well presented and functional, with potential for good rental return and capital growth in the future. Sounds very businesslike and formal, but hey, ho ho ho, it's what you have to do. Finally, you have to think long term. You shouldn't rely on property prices rising in the short term. The longer you can afford to commit, the better. And as you build up equity, you can consider purchasing further property, and it will snowball as you gain more and more success. Moving over to letting your property now. You may find this useful if you're an investor too. Firstly, you wouldn't let just anyone live in your home with you, would you? So why would you not carry out the checks on somebody renting a property from you? Carry out reference checks on the tenant, as they will show any problems that have arisen in the past and confirm the details that the prospective tenant has given you in your application. It's like a landlord's way of deciding who's on the naughty list and who's on the nice list. Ever heard of the phrase, first impressions last? Of course you have. It takes just 1/10 of a second for us to pass judgment when we first see something. So don't wait until the inside of your house to impress potential tenants, as chances are they would have decided before they even opened the front door. Start on the outside. Just a lick of paint or some potted plants can make all the difference. Okay, now we know not everything is perfect, so don't get too caught up if your house has some negative points. Emphasise the positives. Every property has something special, and you just have to understand what makes your property unique and desirable, and then let the rest of the world know about it. Sell what your property has. Don't focus on what it may be lacking.
Okay, go.
Did you know that tenants look at the kitchen more than any other room in the property? If you're to spend money on any room in the house, make this the one that you look at first. If your kitchen looks tired, then repaint it. And new cupboard handles can make a major difference for a minimal cost. Any loose doors need to be fixed or replaced. Appliances don't have to be new, but they should be clean, especially ovens and hobs. The kitchen is the heart of the home after all. Okay, a more serious one now. Do you know about the right to rent? EPCs, gas safety, Legionella, the DPS, and your legal obligations as a landlord? You need to ensure that you carry out all of the relevant checks and obtain the necessary legal safety certificates in order to be able to let your property out. Have a look at the landlord information pack on the website www.residential-estates.co.uk. Well, that's my useful hints and tips done. I best to be off to MOT the sleigh. I might be busy, but the lovely elves at Residential Estates are always more than happy to help with any queries you might have. Their contact details have been provided. I hope you have a wonderful Christmas and a very happy New Year. Until next time, off I go, ho ho.